I'm back with another video from the How to Debate series, and today we are talking about conservatives and liberals. These two political philosophies are compared a lot, or rather decisions by people who follow these ideologies are compared a lot, and all these two ideologies are put on a different sides of the spectrum. Are these two ideologies actually opposite to each other? Kinda yes, kinda no, depending on what we are talking about. More about this, what we are talking about, in a moment. But obviously, before we begin, I have to tell you that this is Yury Experience, and here I share my various experiences about different topics. I do 2 videos per week, Mondays and Thursdays. If you will enjoy this video, please drop a like. You can also subscribe to the channel. Let's go! As always, I want to remind you that my videos are good starter videos. These videos will not provide you full in-depth description and whatnot. My videos are starting points. If you are really interested in depth about the topics, there is enough information all over internet, but my videos are not about in-depth. My videos are about providing qualitatively good overview about these topics. And except for that, obviously, conservatism and liberalism are not the only ideologies in the world. There are a hell lot of other political philosophies, and one of the popular ones that connected with both of these is libertarianism. I think that's how you pronounce it. The point is, I will not cover them in this video. As well as I will not cover combinations of different ideologies together. For example, there is liberal conservatism and there is conservative liberalism. And both of these things are different things that are not connected to each other. So they are connected, but they mean different stuff. And I will not go in there in this video too. However, if you are interested in other political philosophies and you want me to cover them, please write in the comments. I will probably do it, because that's kinda interesting stuff, not interesting enough to cover it like consciously with a lot of time input, but if you want me to do it, I will do it. As always, we start with definitions. Here are definitions of liberalism and conservatism, and if you want to read them in slow pace, please pause the video. But except for that, both of these ideologies are political ideologies, but they don't only have something to do with politics. They also, or actually they have way more to do with overall life of people, way of thinking, how to deal with the society overall. Which is why these ideologies don't only touch political topics, but they also touch economical topics, social topics, and topics of other systems that have something to do with governing of a country. Although there are official definitions of both of these ideologies, there is no one way of how it is used in each country, and also throughout the time and history of different countries, the word meant different stuff. But overall, conservatism is based on the idea of preventing change, of holding to the traditions, holding to the past, holding to what worked in the past and not changing it in the future. So basically the idea, if it works, don't touch it. If it works, why should we change it? And basically most of the people who follow this ideology are afraid of what comes next. Because although the change is sometimes considered something good, something for the better, you never know how will it influence you personally. Which is why a lot of people whose life is not miserable, whose life is kinda okay or even very good, are not really fond of changes. They prefer to have good lives, don't have any unpredictability in their life, because change can lead to good results and bad results. But still, liberalism is what it is about. It is about change, it is about freedom from the past, freedom from the traditions, from culture, from religion, from different boundaries that we have in our society or in the country that prevent people from living their best life. So overall the statement is, change is good. Let us change something that doesn't work perfectly. If it just works okay, then maybe we can bring it to the next level, make it even better, make it work maybe for everybody and not only for select amount of people. And again, overall, both of these ideas make sense. If it works, it makes sometimes sense not to change it. But sometimes if it only works for 1-2 people, maybe we should try to spread the wealth, spread the good influence, spread something good that we have in the society so other people can benefit from it. Which is why both of these ideas are not inherently evil or good. Like they are both just existing and fighting in the society, and sometimes people that are following one ideas are winning and they are the people at power, they are the people that influence how the society works right now, and sometimes other group is winning. And basically it's all about the exchange of ideas, this opportunity to talk to each other and find out where are the differences and what can we do based on these differences. That is why, in my personal opinion, it wouldn't be fair to say that one of these ideas is objectively good or bad. Objectively, both of them are just working or not working for some people. Subjectively, obviously, some people benefit from one idea, other people benefit from another idea, and life of one group of people will not get worse if nothing will change in society, but the other group will definitely not benefit from it, and maybe their life will get worse. So what are the actual differences in these ideologies? And I will cover three typical fields of life in society: politics, economics, and societal problems, or society as a whole. And we start with the first one, politics. And overall, conservative people and liberal people are on the same page about most of the political questions, or at least about the most important ones: freedoms. Different freedoms are something that is good for individuals. Each individual person shall have their freedoms and shall not have fear that these freedoms will get away from them. So overall, both liberals and conservatives are interested in the individuals having their freedom. Obviously, I'm not talking about societal questions in this part of the video, that will come later, but still, even in political questions, we have some differences between these two groups. For example, following the authorities. Conservative people prefer authorities. They like the idea that people are following authorities that become the authorities thanks to whatnot. Whereas liberal people are more of freedom people and they don't like this following idea and following without thinking. Then we have all good, no change please. So conservative people are preferring no big changes in how political structure is built, and if it works, let it work. If it doesn't work anymore, let us maybe change something, but only a little bit, so there is no big differences on the outcome side. Liberal people on the other side like to change something if they see that there is a benefit from it, or if they suppose there is a benefit out of it. So if it can be changed, why shall we not change it? Maybe it will become better, maybe worse, but you never know before you try. Second question, economy. Again, pretty similar on both sides. Both sides are agreeing upon the fact that the best economy that we can have is a free market economy. Also, both of the sides agree that government shall not involve itself in the economy too much, in the market too much. But the amount of how much government shall or shall not involve itself is a little bit different. Conservatives prefer as little as possible until not to involve at all, whereas liberals prefer that government regulates. Government works as a guarant that everything will work good, everything will work alright, and everyone is treated fairly. So basically all good monopoly stuff and anti-monopoly stuff, it is the question between conservatives and liberals. Although conservatives don't like poor monopolies too, because again it is not really free market at that point. So again, one side will try to push against monopolies as strongly as it can, and another side will push not as strongly. It will still push, because monopolies are not very good for economy, but it will not push as strongly. And except for that, taxes is also a huge question for economy, and conservatives prefer as low taxes as possible. So basically people shall regulate their own money and their own income, and they shall deal with it themselves. And liberals do think that taxes shall be regulated, not especially high, not very high, not very low, but they shall be definitely present, so we can pay basically for different social ideas that come out of this group of people. And now we come to the third field, social questions. And here we have the most differences between these two groups, because obviously conservatives prefer it was like that 50 years ago, why shall we change it? And that's where we start talking about families, different kinds of families, gay families, lesbian families versus typical, stereotypical families. Except for that, overall LGBTQ plus stuff, then abortions is also a huge question that separates people, also in conservatives and liberals. And overall, liberals are preferring the idea do whatever the hell you want, as long as it doesn't damage society as highly. Like, as long as you don't kill people for sexual pleasure, do whatever you want. Which is why LGBTQ plus stuff is okay, religious influence shall go down, like influence of this whole different religion stuff, like how people shall be treated based on their religious being a part of one religion or not being a part of another religion. And overall, as long as a person didn't go against the law, the person shall be treated in a humane way, the person shall have the same rights independent of their sexuality and whatnot. Conservatives again disagree a little bit but strongly. Families, there are only one good and right way to do a family. Religion shall have influence on the family, how you do family. The right moral way is a religious way. Except for that, conservatives are overall about individual and power of the individual, and one person shall be strong, and if each individual person in the society will be strong, then the society will be strong. Whereas liberals are looking at this from the perspective, yes, we have stronger and weaker people, more or less, but we want to support everybody equally, so everybody has equal chances. So overall, please, people who have better, stronger values, please share them with people with weaker values. So practically, strong support weak, so the society works together in a fine, nice way. These are rather general points. Obviously, not every liberal person supports one idea, not every conservative person supports other ideas. This is the overall ideology behind the group. Again, as I mentioned already, both of these ideologies have more sub-ideologies, and throughout the history of different countries, what these ideologies meant was different, and depending on what country you are in, the name of the ideology even may be different. But I wanted to at least try to show you where is the more or less difference, and also to show you that they are not as different as people try to make them depict. And also I want to point it out, both of the groups of people are for striving society, for striving country. They are not working against it. They full consciously has this idea in head, I want to make my country, my society, my world better. But the way how they are doing it is different, and sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't make sense, and by the way, on the both sides. Sometimes liberal ideas of change, that we need to change something to make the world better, are more useful for the current society, but sometimes sticking to the roots and doing what it is good for us right now based on what our parents did, sometimes it is better, because whatever reasons, there are a hell lot of reasons why you can follow one or another idea in this specific situation, but the point is there is no ideal solution. There is no one solution only in one of the groups. The mix of them, the interaction of them, and interaction of these two groups with other political groups, with other social groups, economical groups, that's what will, with highest probability, bring the society and country forward. At least based on my understanding and knowledge. That's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If it is the case, please drop a like. You can also subscribe to the channel. You can also leave a comment. And I see you on Monday. Have a great weekend.